I should record, shouldn't I? So we're going to have everyone, we're going to have the girls talk tonight, and I just want to go over a couple quick things. So we have been doing a volume gift, or I have been doing a volume gift. So everyone who has over about 250, 300 in volume every week, your name goes into a drawing and you get a gift if your name gets chosen. I've been sticking to the idea of people like to sing and dance like me. All right, cool. So focus on that, and the more you grow your volume, the more opportunity you have to win a gift card from me. Salt Lake City is coming up in about 60 days. We will be in Utah together. I can't wait. I rent in a mansion. It is got an indoor pool. It's got an indoor basketball court. It has a gym. It's got seating for, I don't even know, 50 people. We've got sleeping arrangements for 50 to 60 people who want to come. I would encourage you to come because I also have special guests that are going to be there. And it's a full weekend of time with the team. Very different from Summit. Summit was go, 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 and Summit's good and it really fun, but you're very busy at Summit. This is your chance to just chill out, get to know more people on your team, learn some tips and share ideas and mastermind with each other, which helps your business. And all that good stuff. We have corporate people that will be there as well. So, and we will be up in some awesome mountains, and we have been working on the food, which will be healthy and good. All right. And then finally, I have promised this for Summit, and then I couldn't get it done for Summit in time. So I am doing diamond t-shirts. If you hit diamond, you get a team shirt with Diamond Coach on it. And that will be in time for Utah. And then also I want to do a Star Diamond type of jacket. So they're not designed yet. I'm working on it. But just so you have an FYI, heads up, you get a team shirt, which would be really awesome. All right, so I think that's all for announcements. I'm going to let the girls take over. I've kind of didn't organize who's going to go first or second or third. So what we're going to do is, maybe what we'll do is, let's start with our first 2-star. We'll start with Jackie, and we'll have her share. Let me get her off mute. She's going to share her journey and some tips. And then I want you guys, if you have questions, if you're a new coach, you're probably going to have a lot of questions. So just write them down or write them in the chat box, and we will answer them for you after we've shared. These are tips. These are the benefits of 2-star. These are why you want to get there, how to get there, strategy ideas, all coming from a couple different angles to help you really look at your business and decide how you want to go, what your angle is, what you want to do. And you can then get back with your coach, whether one of these guys are your coach or I'm your coach, and we can really break down a strategy. I've gotten to a great spot where I can figure out, like, okay, here's how you're going to get there. And these girls have figured these strategies out as well. So with that said, I'm going to let Jackie go first, and then we'll go on from there. And I'm going on mute. So Jackie is a 3-star diamond coach. She's, I think, almost elite qualified. We'll probably know more this week because we get to find out more info later this week. But she is on a mission and should be an elite coach this year, which is pretty exciting. So you guys, this is good stuff. Take good notes. She knows what she's doing. All right, Jackie, go for it, girl.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, you're good.
Okay, cool. So if you guys haven't hit the little button where you can see everybody's faces, so I'm not just like a huge face on your screen, because that just freaks me out. My name is Jackie, and I, like Lindsay said, I'm a 3-star diamond coach. And I I just want to tell you guys a little bit about how I got here and give you some tips that'll help you to get here as well. I started coaching about, it's close to 2 years ago now, and I went diamond in a little over 90 days. I was diamond in the Team Cup month. So a year ago from February, so last February, I went diamond. And just real quick about going diamond, and it's very similar to how you get to star diamond. It all correlates, it's all the same, and it feels like when you hit that diamond rank that you lose all control of your business. So if any of you guys are at diamond rank and you're kind of thinking, well, I was able to get to diamond rank because, I had control of what I was doing. And now, it depends on my team and they have to become diamond coaches for me to advance. And that's really where I was for a long time after I hit diamond rank. I was a diamond coach for about 10 months or so, and I really felt super stuck in my business. I felt like I had to rely on everybody else to build this thing for me, and I had no control anymore. And I guess I'm kind of a control freak now that I think about it, because I just wanted to control everything, and I had to finally just let go, and I had to kind of change my whole mindset to become a star diamond coach as opposed to a diamond coach. If there's any new coaches on here, basically when you become a diamond coach, you are placing your coaches. So it requires you to get 8 coaches on your team. 2 of them have to be emeralds. And then when you get to star diamond, you have to help other people get to diamond. So for me, relying on other people was really hard because I wanted total control of everything. So basically, after about 8 or 9 months, I actually went to being a diamond coach. I went to a Super Saturday event in Arizona, which is where I live, and it totally changed my perspective. I actually had to. Lindsay lives in Arizona too, and so she was like, "I want you to share your story with everybody at Super Saturday about." Your business success. And I'm sitting there like, I don't have business success. Why do you want me to share my story? I was like, I'm just a diamond coach. Nothing great has happened to me. And this was about a year ago that this happened. And she was like, just do it. Just do it. Just do it. This is going to be good for you. And I'm like, okay. So I faced my fears and I talked about becoming a diamond coach. And afterwards, I was thinking about it and I was like, why am I still a diamond coach? I don't understand why I'm a diamond coach. Like, I cannot get past this rank for some reason, and I can't find anybody else who wants to build this business with me. And so I approached another leader in Arizona. Her name is Andrea Crowder. She's an elite coach now. And she had spoke at the Super Saturday event too. This is why you guys have to go to Super Saturday. You have to go to Summit. You have to go to all the events that you possibly can, because it could be that moment in time where you just have a complete breakthrough in your business, in your mindset and everything. And that's really what happened to me when I went to this event. And so I talked to this girl, Andrea, because she had shared that she had been a diamond coach for 18 months in her business. And she's now like 14 star or something. And she had been a diamond coach for 18 months. And that really struck a chord with me because I was about 10 months or so as a diamond coach, and I was really getting frustrated because I just wanted to consistently strive and get better and move my business forward. And I didn't feel like I was doing that. And basically what she told me is that she had to completely change her mindset, let go of any negativity, let go of any, fears that she had, and start sharing her story without, any filters basically. And she had to really start believing in the coaches that she had and really be a leader to them. And so after she told me that, I was kind of just determined at that point to to move my business forward and really be a leader. And that is where I think really the mindset shift changed for me. And I realized that to become a star diamond coach, I had to be the leader that I wanted to become, if that makes sense. And I couldn't wait for that to happen. I had to do it now. So, honestly, my biggest advice to you guys is no matter where you are in your business right now, at this moment, whether you're a brand new coach, whether you're an emerald coach or a diamond coach, choose today to be a leader and choose today to start learning about leadership, because that is going to be, where your business really grows. The stronger you are as a leader, the stronger your business is going to become. The more people are going to see you as a leader, the more people are going to want to join your team. Your coaches are going to follow in your footsteps. And that's really what it takes, is you completely just changing your mindset of, oh, I'm just a diamond coach, or, oh, I'm just an emerald coach, and going, no, I matter. What I'm doing matters, and I can make a difference in somebody else's life. And I can go out and find more people who want to be, doing what I'm doing, and just taking ownership of your business and not expecting other people to build it for you, but going out and finding people that want to, go on this ride with you. So if you don't have anybody in your business right now who's there, number one, you can still believe in the people that you have, under you, that are with you right now, the coaches that you have. You got to believe in them and believe that they can do it and put that belief into them. But second, you can't rely on them, because you've got to go find other people that want to do this thing with you. So really, what I kind of took away from my whole experience of becoming a 2-star diamond coach. So just to follow up with that story, basically, I went to that Super Saturday. I had that aha moment, and that was in September of last year. My first diamond coach was Erin Westrich. I don't know if she's on the call, but she signed up as a coach at the very end of August of last year. And at that point, I didn't know really where she was with the business. I thought maybe she's a hobby coach. She had been a challenger of mine for a long time, and she had just randomly signed up. And so I didn't know where she was going. But it was me. She says, whoop, whoop. It was me just believing that somebody could do this thing with me, and us getting excited together about that really helped to move her to diamond. And then it helped kind of fuel this excitement and energy in our team. So when she went diamond, other people got excited and started moving their businesses forward. I started posting differently on Facebook. And I think that is a huge mindset thing too. Going from, just posting stock photos and, hey, there's a sweaty selfie, and, here's a picture of my kids and that type of stuff. Going from that to posting like you're an actual business owner and like you're the CEO of this business, and it's, $1 million business, and actually taking the time to figure out a marketing strategy and things like that, which is something I also learned at Summit, which is why you need to be at Summit. So after that, I got my second diamond coach, which was my husband. And that was because I built him to diamond. And that was, I always recommend, just so I get this point across, and Lindsay and I talked about this earlier today, but it's important that you build a solid foundation for your diamond before you start building your spouse, in my opinion, because when you become a diamond coach, you're not always going to necessarily be a diamond coach. You can drop rank and things can happen and people can go inactive and that stuff. That's just the nature of the business. So for you to sustainably be a diamond coach, you need to keep filling your funnel with new people, and you need to develop leaders within your organization. And then when you realize, okay, I've got a solid foundation for my business. Now I have my husband, who should be one of your first two coaches anyways. or your wife, if you're a guy on here, then you can start building their business. So that's what I did. In January of this year, I built my husband to diamond. And then in came Melissa, my other diamond coach, who is a total rock star too. And I think that the reason why, or a big reason why Melissa joined my team, was because she saw how excited and passionate and motivated I was, and how serious this thing could be, and how it could help her achieve her goals as well. So all in all, it's really just a mindset shift of you taking ownership of your own business and knowing that it's not up to everybody else to make you successful. It's up to yourself, and you inspiring other people to do the same thing. And if you really just start leading your team by example, and you really start just taking ownership, that's kind of when the magic happens, and where you can push yourself forward to become a 2-star diamond coach. Lindsay, do you want me to talk about like the benefits, or do you want somebody else to talk about that of when you get to 2-star?
We'll let, where are we at?
I think I talked for like 10 minutes or so.
Okay. We'll let someone else talk about it. So if you guys have any questions so far, just post in the chat. And then we can come back. We'll circle back around for Jackie. And the cool thing is you go to 2, and then all of a sudden it's like 3, and then 4, and then 5, and it just kind of starts, you get a real good groove, right? Am I right, or am I right?
Mm-hmm. Totally right.
All right. So next I'm going to have, we'll have Ashton share. Where's Ashton? Her journey to 2-star. So she is a 2-star coach and totally coming up on 4-star qualifying. And yeah, I just said that out loud. So that's really cool. Up and coming elite contender as well. This has been a really fun year to be a part of this for me. So I'm excited to hear her story to 2-star. All right. So, I got to take you off mute, don't I? Hang on. There you are.
Yeah, that'd probably help.
Okay. Yay. There we go.
Hey, everyone. All right. So if you haven't been on a team call of mine or listened to me talk, I will talk very fast because I want to get a lot of information across to you as fast as I can. Good thing it's recorded, right? So I've been a coach for over 4 years now. Quickly grew this with Lindsay. We had no idea what we were doing, honestly. Have no idea. But I became an emerald coach in less than 30 days, became a diamond coach within 60 days. And then I became a diamond coach July 28, 2011. I'm looking up because I got my stuff all up here. And I didn't become a 1-star until November of 2013. So I was someone who kind of let my coaches run the business. And the reason for that is because I was like, oh, everybody's going to be so motivated when they join, just like I am. And they're going to learn all this information and they're going to go, 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 go. Absolutely not. Nope. I'm going to tell you right now, you're going to even have people that are like, yes, I'm so ready for this. I'm so pumped. I'm going to be the next diamond. And they're like, yep. Can I quit? I'm not kidding you. I'm not kidding you. You're going to have people that are going to do this. And guess what? You're there to tell them, listen, we can do this. We can do it together. Like, I understand this is craziness, but in all reality, it's such a huge gift and benefit, and so much stuff can come out of this if you just stick with it. Like Lindsay just told me, she's like, come on, just give it a little bit more time. And every time she said that, I gave it a little bit more time in the very beginning. So just make sure that when you have coaches, like, tell them that, because honestly, like you heard Jackie, she's been in this for 2 years. I've been in it for 4 years. It took me 2 years to get to 1-star and then another 2 years to get to 2-star. So I hit my 2-star in July 2015. So my first diamond was Crystal. Love her to death. She's absolutely amazing. She runs her business the way that she does. I'm not someone that was like, oh no, like stay, she's lost her diamond here and there, and that's okay. Like that's there's nothing wrong with that. She's apologized. I'm like, don't you dare apologize to me. Like it's all good. You know, when I was going for 2-star, and I talked to her, I was like, hey, I was like, 2-star qualifying, like, can we keep this active until the 2-star hits? Because you got 6 weeks to qualify, whether it's 1-star, 2-star, 3, 4, 5, whatnot. You have 6 weeks to go through to keep everyone in their diamonds there until you hit that. So, and 2-star is big because you get to open up your second CBC. Some of you guys are probably like, what's a second CBC? Well, that's called your second business center. So here, Ashton, number 1, is up here, diamond, building her coaches left and right. And then you get to open up your own self again, and you get to put your own self wherever you want. That's what your second business center is. One thing I can tell you right now, as when I was a diamond coach or even a 1-star, I was like, all right, I'm going to open up the second business center, and I'm going to have Shakeology for this business center and this business center. How am I going to manage doing Success Club for this center and this center? And I was going nuts. Like, I'm like sitting here, I'm like, man, that's going to be so much work. Like, I don't even know what I'm doing. And that was probably a big fear of mine of why I didn't build as fast as I did. Well, you only need 1 home direct order to cover both your centers. You do, however, have to keep, so if you're a 2-star diamond, any star, I think it is, 1-star to 15-star, you need 200 personal volume still in your first business center. So that's like, as an emerald coach, you got to have 50 personal volume in that 5-week period. Well, 2-star, 1-star, 15, you have to have 200. So you still have to have that in your first business center, but guess what? Your home direct order, you only need 1. Which is awesome. And your points, you build up coaches over here, your points all accumulate into 1. That's right. So you don't have to have 5 here and 5 here and 3 here and 10. No, they all go to 1. So I'm going to tell you that right now. If that's holding you back, you better just flip that switch now. So I kind of, like I said, I let Crystal came in. She ran her own the way that she did. And then I had Jarrell. I don't know if he's on the call, but you guys know him. He came on. Honestly, I had no clue how he joined. He just showed up in my center. I looked on Facebook. I wasn't even friends with him. I was like, I better get him on as friends, because if he finds out that he signed up with the wrong coach, oh no, like, better send him something. So I sent him, I contacted him, and he was like, hey, and come to find out, I think you guys were on a call with him before, and he said, like, he went to sign up as a coach, and when he went to go through, like, the page refreshed. He said he had a guy coach on, and so he's like, you know what? He's like, it was God's will that the second time that I put it through, you were my coach, and this was perfect. So, so that was huge. So it was awesome to see that and everything. So one thing, though, that was a big flip for me was 2014 in December. The new year comes up and everything. And I'm like, you know what? I kept listening to a lot of personal development over and over and over in my head, because from 2013 and 2014 were really like hell years for me. There was major stuff that I went through, going through being homeless, and just a total craziness in my life. Like, honestly, things that probably only really close coaches know about, but that's where Utah comes in. You get to know more personal stuff about us, right? Good thing to come to. But anyways, I was like, you know what? I'm going to go all in. Why not? I'm going to go all in no matter what. That was what I was hashtagging in the end of 2014. I'm like, that's my mentality. So what did I do? 2015, I signed up for school, running a business, and taking care of 3 kids on my own. Who in the world does that? I don't know. Like, I'm already busy enough, right? I'm running a business and I'm taking care of kids. And instead I decided to throw school on top of it. I don't know why. I was just like, you know what? I'm going to do all this. I'm going to go, I'm going to run. And I did it. And I did it for summer. And guess what? Our July, I had 31 Success Club points, and we had Summit. I was in school in finals, and it was honest. I can't even tell you how to do it. It was just being yourself and making sure that you stay consistent in the small daily task every single day. Those small things are what make up this huge thing. So I went all in, and that was the biggest thing. Like Jackie kept saying, the mentality switch. So I wanted to read this really short thing here quick. When you change the way you look at things, the things you look at change. The way you perceive things is an extremely powerful tool that will allow you to attain everything you desire. So I'm going to give you some little tough love before we switch it over here. And the biggest thing is that if you guys want diamond, if you want 1-star, you want 2-star, you have to want it. And you have to want it now. Because you can look at people that are going to join this organization and they're going to just go like this. You can't get upset at, whoa, wait a minute, they're doing this. No, this is all on you. And the one thing is that we are all unique. You can look at people that are similar in similar situations that are still doing this. It's just they decided to believe in themselves and know that they're doing this because they want to go out and help people. They know that they're adding people to this business because it's a gift, because they've seen people change their lives. Look at what I've done. Look at what Lindsay's done. Look at other coaches in this organization that have gone from, paying off debt, bringing in homes. Like, look at just the different things. And you can even pull stuff from yourself that you've probably accomplished that you probably don't think are big things. In all reality, they are. It doesn't matter if you paid $100 off of something. That's $100 you would not have if it wasn't for this business. And someone else can be doing that same thing while reaching out to other people and helping them change their lives physically. Because we're only one person. So it comes in that mindset to really tell yourself, suck it up. You're doing this for a big reason, a big purpose, bigger than you can even imagine. And you have to just flip that switch and go and step up and be that leader. Because I could plug my brain into the computer, send it all to you. We could have things all mapped out for you. And there are scripts, there's everything. It's all right there for you. And you could have this information sitting in front of you. And until you take it and you decide, like Beachbody says, decide, commit, succeed. Until you decide to do it, you're not going to go anywhere. So make that decision. And one thing I'll tell you really quickly that I just started 2 weeks ago. This is our second week. So as a 2-star, you get to have fun with like your regional people and everything. They get to do one-on-ones with you. Like they're like, you feel like royalty, and that's awesome. So I've been doing a call with Jeff. I'm going to say his name long. Starts with a K. It's really, really long. But he's our central 2-star to 5-star guy. And he challenged me to do a mentorship. And I'm like, I've done stuff like this before, and it just really hasn't turned out. Because my biggest thing, like Jackie said, was leadership. And my coaches were like, you're a great leader. I'm like, shut up. Like, seriously, I was like, thank you so much. But no, I know that I can continuously build on my leadership. Every single person can, because this business changes every single day. The world changes every single day. Social media changes every single day. You need to continuously learn left and right. So the mentorship, I was like, okay, he's like, grab 2 to 4 people. He's like, imagine this. So if you guys have people, you can put out a video and say, hey, I'm starting a mentorship. I'm looking for 2 to 4 people to mentor. And you're guiding them step by step by step. Imagine 1 month, you grab 2 people that are ready to run for it. Like you're at Diamond, you've been to Diamond, you're like, okay, now I can do this. Grab 2 people, walk them through step by step. I'm doing one-on-one calls with 4 women that are making major changes in their social media, in their belief. They're bringing on coaches. They're getting Success Club points. And why? It's because I can work with them directly one-on-one with where they need to be. So I'm on Zoom. I'm looking at their Facebook. I'm looking at like how many people they're adding. And then I'm like, hey, you guys, all right, let's go on this group. And I can see 2 of the girls on right now. I don't know if the other 2 are on, but we're going on our group messages. And then I'm like, all right, I want you to go in and I want you to invite 10 new people. Just send them a quick message. So they're in a photography group and they're like, hey, I seen you in this group, looking to build relationships with people who are passionate about photography. How long have you been in photography for? Quick, basic, simple. Why do you do that? Because you're not here to look out for people who are in health and fitness. You're not here we are, but we're here to build businesses with, or build relationships with people that have similar interests to us, because we know that in some way, shape, or form, it's going to lead to something else. Some way, somehow, someday. Doesn't matter. They're there. They're either going to help you or you're going to end up helping them. So build relationships. That's all what it's about. You guys heard that on the wake-up call, right? Monday, building relationships. Yep, I know all of you did. So, so this mentorship I'm running with them, they brought it to me. I had 8 people. My biggest thing as a Pearl is wanting to help all of them. It was hard for me to cut down to 4 people out of the 7 or 8 that sent the videos. It was difficult. But I made that decision. I made that choice. I'm like, you know what? Girls, you guys are my all. We're doing this. We run group messages. You can ask them. I posted out in our Smash page about them. And it really has been life-changing, not only for them, but for me too. But just imagine this quick. So let's say you have 2 people. You mentor 2 people for 4 weeks. They become diamond in 4 weeks. Why? Because it's so absolutely possible for those that actually want to become diamond in 4 weeks. I'm going to tell you that right now. Is it going to be hard? Is it going to be difficult? Is it going to be hard work? Yeah, but it's absolutely 100% possible to do it in 4 weeks. 8 weeks? Oh yeah, totally. No doubt in my mind. So if you're sitting there like, okay, don't worry. I'm not calling anybody out. This is where you flip that switch, because that's what it's about. You mentor 2 people. One's on your left, one's on your right. Where does that take you to? Oh, 2-star in 4 weeks. Oh, you grab 2 more people the next month. You help them in 4 weeks. Where does that take you? Oh, that's 4-star in 2 months. Wait a minute. You take another 2 people. Do you see where this is leading? Like seriously, just completely mentoring one-on-one, running 3-way calls with them, getting on their Facebook, looking through, I'm looking through their messages and I'm giving them suggestions and stuff. Why? Because as new coaches, we vomit Beachbody. That's just kind of what happens. It's not, or we get so excited when somebody comes to us that all of a sudden it turns around into, that's exactly what it comes out to. But so you may have people that will fall off here and there, and that's fine. But just imagine that. You take 2 people every single month. How long will it take you to get to 10-star? 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. 5 months. If you really put that time, that effort, and that focus in those 2 coaches, as well as inviting and building, which you're doing some one-on-one power hours together. So you guys are still inviting. You yourself are inviting. You yourself are building in new people and building new relationships. And it works together as a team. So that's probably right now my biggest focus has been this mentorship. I think it's been absolutely amazing. I set dates for them. They set their dates. I wrote them down. And when we did our group call, guess what I did? I said, we're going to switch that up. We're going to boost this forward. And they're like, okay. And you know what? And they're like, yeah, I can do this. I can do this. So that's our focus. I pushed them. And I even told them, I was like, who's ever joining this? This is a no excuse thing. Absolutely no excuses. We're going to run one-on-one calls every single week. We'll have a group call. We were going to do group calls every week, but I think we ran them every other week. We still got to see about this week yet. But the biggest thing was that I'm going to give you tough love. You know that I'm truly, honestly in this business to help people achieve their goals. I'm not in it to just bring people on for rank and money and this and that. And they know that. But I'm like, I'm going to give you tough love. So ready for it? And I still had people sign up and it's been going amazing. So tonight, my challenge to you guys is to switch that flip. Make that mental say, you know what? I'm going all in no matter what. Hashtag it tonight. Let people know on your Facebook, I just got off this amazing team call, or I just got off on a call with my amazing team. Take a screenshot right now for all I care. Put it out there. Let people know like, hey, I just got off this amazing call. I just decided that I am the CEO of my own business. I'm going to run this. I'm going to help people achieve their goals. I'm going all in no matter what. You can put a call to action tonight. Hey, who's ready to join our, next sneak peek or whatever it is that's coming up. But anyways, that's pretty much what I have for you guys. So flip that switch. Because I don't even look at diamond anymore. I'm like, you guys just go for 2-star, because my income has doubled from diamond to 2-star. It's insane. Like, it's a huge, huge, huge difference. And you wouldn't think that it would be, but it really is. It's a major difference. So that's it.
Awesome. I want to just say my thoughts to that are the time's going to pass anyways, right? Like, my thinking has always been since day one. I was like, okay, like, y'all think, like, okay, so many people are going to tell me no. So many people are going to tell me no now, and then they're going to say yes later. Some are going to block me. Some are going to delete me. Some are going to run with me and, like, build this with me. 1 in 10, usually 1 in 10 coaches you recruit, you're going to get a business builder out of. So there's some numbers to that to help you guys kind of get a feel. Okay, if I bring on 10 new coaches, one of those guys is going to be a business builder. And then I do another 10. And I don't mean in spurts of 10. We always like to say, go emerald, and then go emerald again, and then go emerald again. I always set my tone for signing 1 coach a week, every single week. And that's just been my thing. And it really helps momentum and get things going. But I tell you all that because the time's going to pass anyway. So I went all in right away because I was like, my mentality was like, well, the time's going to pass anyway. So what's the worst that's going to happen? This income is going to actually, like, kind of compound and grow over time if I just keep doing these little things every day and changing that leadership thing. And I that is something you guys can just think about. Like, if you just keep that in your head, just like your fitness goals, if I do my workout every day, if I eat clean every day, that scale is going to go backwards, right? Or you're going to see that new arm muscle you want to see, right? Because you've been slowly working at it every single day. Same thing with this. Okay, so next we're going to have Natanya. She is almost a 2-star coach. She's counting down the days. So she is in the trenches of trenches. So when you're qualifying, you go through each week, and you've got your diamonds, who are, building and holding and everything. They hold rank for 6 weeks, and you eventually wake up one morning and it says in your back office, officially, 2-star diamond coach. So she is in the midst of the storm, if you will. I like to call it the storm. But 2-star, but qualifying is actually, it's not that bad. It's just something I feel like it's something that sharpens your leadership skills even more, right? That's what I've decided, because I just went through 10-star qualifying. So I have a feel. I know what it's like. And I will tell you guys that your coach will be right there next to you through your whole qualifying journey. So don't feel like you're going to be alone in that. Don't feel like things are going to fall apart on you. And so we're going to let Natanya, I call her Nat, take over and tell you about her experience going all the way to 2-star. And I think she's going on 3-star qualifying, in fact. So lots of cool things happening with these ladies, and all because of some simple decisions they made. So I got to take you off mute. I keep forgetting about the mute. Hold on. Okay. All right. Okay.
All right. Can you guys hear me? Loud and clear. Am I good? Yeah. Okay. So really quickly, just a little backstory on me. Most of you guys might already know this, but Jackie is one of my diamonds. She was, I'm not going to say one of my first coaches, but definitely my first business builder. She came in probably about 4 or 5 months after I signed up. So we signed in the same year. And before she really started gunning for diamond, I was in my own struggle to diamond myself. I put diamond up on a pedestal, you guys, and I thought only the best coaches get diamond. I want to just get diamond, and I'm going to be this amazing coach, and I'm going to be this, make all this money, and it's going to be amazing. And I would get in my own way. I would get so close to diamond because it's really not that hard to get there. And then I'd back off because I'm like, I'm not ready for that responsibility. I'm not ready to be a diamond coach? Only the best coaches are diamond. So I was, letting myself get in my own way. I didn't have the self-worth, or the confidence in myself to let my own self, my own business get to diamond. Like, how ridiculous is that? But that was a lack of knowledge on my part. I kept getting in my own head. I let the fear win. And then, I kept thinking, Lindsay, like, what is the deal here? Why am I get so close to diamond and I just let my business just fall? And it wasn't like I lost 1 or 2 coaches. It was like the next day, 4 coaches are gone. Like, they didn't even tell me, just poof, and it was just like a huge hit. And if I could build myself to almost diamond 2 or 3 times and still be here fighting, I feel like I can get through anything. And then here comes Jackie, and she signs up as a coach. We were both in Ukraine at the time, but we weren't anywhere near each other within the country. But she signs up and she's plugging into the team calls from Ukraine. And, I'm like, wow, if she can do this and she's, plugging in with me, like that was like a huge confidence boost. Like I felt like I was kind of the odd one out because I was overseas and there was nobody really on the team yet that was kind of in a similar situation as me. So she was kind of like motivating me as well, like this can be done. And then Team Cup was coming up and Lindsay was like, let's do this. And I'm like, I want Jackie because I want to be on a team with her so I can make sure I know what she's doing and we can push each other to diamond. So I went from a struggling Emerald Ruby straight to a 1-star qualifying because Jackie and I hit diamond in the same month. And like I said, I had no self-confidence whatsoever. So once she hit diamond and I hit 1-star, I had no idea what was next. I didn't really know what a qualification was, how long I qualified, what does that even mean? I thought I was good to go. And we were kind of on a burnout in a little bit. So we kind of both backed off on our businesses, which we will both admit, was probably one of our biggest mistakes ever. We should have put our foot down on the gas and kept going because we would be elite by now. No question whatsoever. But we both just, slightly burnt out, slightly confused, slightly not really sure what to do, all these things. And so I just take those little tidbits and make sure I can fix that for my coaches so they don't have to struggle the way I struggled. I struggled through 1-star qualification forever. I'd get like 1 week away and I'd lose it. Or then I'd start it over again and I'd lose it after 2 weeks. And I just got so flippin' frustrated with it. I was like, what am I doing wrong? And it's just a mentality thing, like Ashton and Jackie both said. I hadn't decided at that point that I wanted Star Diamond. I hadn't decided that I wanted elite. Like, I thought I did, but you have to act on it. You can't just say, oh yeah, I'm going to be elite, but I'm going to go play this game on my phone. I'm going to watch my 4 hours of TV every night. I'm going to go party on the weekends. I'll get there. Yeah, like in 7 years. Like you have to set a date that you're going to go and you're going to push for it. And even if you miss that date, you still probably got a lot farther than you initially would have went. So I went from a mentality of, why me? Why do I deserve diamond? What makes me so special? Why is anybody going to want to follow me? To why not me? Why can't I do this? I'm watching all these top coaches, all these wake-up calls, and they're just like moms like me. They're struggling like me. Some of them were worse off. They're bankrupt. They didn't even have money for their Shakeology. If they can make it work, why couldn't I? So personal development was my switch that flipped. I recommend anything by John C. Maxwell. He has the best leadership books, in my opinion, as well as Tony Robbins. I was listening to Tony Robbins, Awaken the Giant Within, on audio, and it was like he was talking to me, like he was yelling at me, like, you are worth it, you are amazing, you can do this. And it was just like a, hell yeah, I can. Why can't I? Yeah, let's go do this, and like it just changed my mindset. Like, I have a team below me, they're relying on me, I'm letting them down, I'm holding them back because I'm not helping them get to where they want to be. So the first thing I did is I went to all my coaches and I said, what are your goals? I need to know your goals. And the ones that had financial goals or rank advancement goals, I marked down what those were, and I kind of let them know, like, you could be a 2-star diamond coach making 6 figures, or you can be a 5-star diamond coach making 6 figures. Just because you hit diamond doesn't mean you're going to make $1,000 a week. Okay, so you need to make sure you understand that and your team understands. You could, be at 2-star and you can be making more than some 5 stars. It just all depends on your team. So if you want your coaches to grow with you, you need to understand how you're going to get them there. What is their why? Why are they in this? You need to know all of your coaches' whys. Have a notebook, have a spreadsheet, update it as their whys update. And a couple of my coaches have a $500 a week goal. And I'm like, okay, well, that you need to be beyond diamond, number one. And I let them know how they're going to get there, what they have to do with their team. I can't coach their team. They need to step up to the plate. They have to be a leader. They have to take tools and use them in the best ability to help their team, because we're all unique here. We all aren't going to grow and learn the exact same way. So definitely make sure you know what is pushing and driving your individual coaches. I had coaches sign up and I saw more potential in them, and I was like trying to drag them with me. I'm like, come on, let's go diamond. Come on, you can do this. And it was like they were almost backing off more as I was pushing them, because you can only lead a horse to water. You can't make them drink, okay? You have to see who your runners are and let them run with you. You can't force anybody. And the only way to do that is to inspire them by breaking down their goals. And, diamond should not be on the pedestal like it was for me. It needs to be a stepping stone. Diamond, yes, it is a great, amazing achievement, but financial wise, if you have that $500 goal, $500 a week, you need to look beyond diamond. You need to look 2-star. Like Ashton said, you're going to get on the leaderboard. You're going to get a corporate mentor. You're going to be, more financially stable. You're going to have a second business center you can open. In my opinion, if you do not have your spouse or a parent, a mom or a dad signed up in the top of your organization right now, after this call, go do that ASAP. Get them in there, because even if they just sit there, if you're in this for the long run, which if you're on this call, you probably are, you need to think long term. And if you add your coach in 6 months from now, how many coaches are going to go above where your spouse should have went if they benefit from all the volume below them? Okay, so get them in your organization ASAP. Just have them chill there, relax, whatever. Build them to Emerald slowly. If you have discount coaches, put them under your husband or your spouse. Have that, help you go to Ruby, help you go to Diamond. I built my husband. I signed him up, one of my first coaches, to help me go Emerald. Then built him to help me go Diamond, and then I just built him to Diamond to help me go Star Diamond. And he doesn't touch his business whatsoever, not for a second. But his income is growing, and I'm not really paying that much attention to his business center. Yeah, I did have to put some business builders over there, but that just means he's going to go Star Diamond, which just means his income is going to make more, more, and it's just going to roll up to me, and what's his is mine, and mine is his, so it's all the same anyway, right? So if you do not have your spouse in there, I would really recommend that, because it will be a dual income. Even if you build them over 6 months, if you signed one coach a month, that's 8 months, and your spouse is going to be, you'll be Star Diamond in 8 months. Like, that's pretty awesome. But that's the bare minimum of like one coach a month. So I would definitely do that for dual income if you have a financial goal in this business, which I think most of us do. And then just the volume, like I said, your volume comes from not just your coaches, but other coaches that are placed below you. People say, oh, who's this, Sarah person that's placed below me? And I'm like, I don't know, but you're going to benefit from their volume, like, yay, more coaches. So you want to get your spouse in before all these other coaches join. So the volume just kind of rolls up. And, I don't really know all this team cycle bonus talk. I'm not super good at it, but I know your volume stacks up. So they don't even have to be Emerald for the volume to be stacking. But once they do hit Emerald, they can tap into that. So you can let their volume stack and stack and stack and stack, and that's just money. Okay, and then once you get them Emerald, they'll start cycling. Okay, so yeah, fear was my big thing, what that held me back, and the mindset shift to just be a leader and do things for my team that I wish I would have done, or that I wish I would have had help with. And one of the main things, Jackie obviously went Diamond right when I went Diamond, so I didn't really help her rank advance in that sense. We did it together, and then I built my husband, which is like myself. And so Rachel is like my first Diamond that I'm helping along the way. And I told her the other day, I was like, let's pretend you're, because Emerald, Ruby, and Diamond, on Thursday morning, boom, you get that rank advancement. You don't have any waning period. but she has 2-star in her sight. She is ready for that. So I want to get her prepared. So I'm telling her, okay, you're going to pretend like you're 1-star qualifying, with me. Like, we're going to go through this qualification together. You have to hold your diamond for 6 weeks. Then I will send you your diamond gift. Like, this is the thing, is like, I want to get her mind right on how to do this. So when she does go 1-star, unlike me, and be like, oh, what am I even doing? How is this even different? I want her to get through her 6 weeks and never look back. So I'm going over, the drill down. If you don't know your sponsorship drill down in your back office, oh, sweet Lord, please take time soon to learn that. It's under the My Business tab, and then it's, I think, my downline, and then sponsorship drill down. And that's going to list all of your coaches. And then you click the little plus sign next to their name, and that's going to list your downline coaches. And you can go, I think it's set to 3 levels down, but you can switch it to 5. So there's no rhyme or reason why you should not be able to know what is coming up in your business. This is why Lindsay was just saying qualification isn't quite that bad, because I know exactly what's coming up. I can track people's HD orders, when they're going to ship out, who's going to go inactive. And it's kind of, confusing, especially for me. And I don't really like numbers. And I'm just like, yeah, I don't want to learn this, but I have to. This is what's going to make me successful. This is what's going to get me through my qualification in the 6 weeks and get on with my life. Okay, I have to bite the bullet here. This is where my leadership skills need a little bit more sharpening, so to speak. So that's why I'm making Rachel, go through this with me, because this is only going to make her a better leader. And then once her diamond wants to go star diamond, she'll be able to duplicate this for them as well. So they're not scared of qualification. They don't have any confusion about it. But it's just going to, I don't think it's ever too early to learn what's to come and what to expect. Like, I had no idea. I never had someone say, okay, you have 6 weeks, you have to hold your rank, this is how you can track it, blah, blah, blah. I didn't really have that at the time. And I didn't really, it's all up to me. You don't rely on your upline to tell you what to do, but I just didn't really, I just didn't know. And that's one thing I wish I would have been doing back then, is leadership, personal development. I think we should always be starting, there's so many books and stuff out there, but I really think if you want to be a leader, your personal development needs to be working on something that you actually need to get better at. And I posted, there's a leadership group that we're in right now that's doing the 21 Laws of Leadership by John C. Maxwell. And there's like a little self-evaluation in there. And Ashton kind of spoke on this a second ago. Like, she asked her team, where she can grow. And they just said, oh, you're great. And I sent this out to a bunch of leaders on the team and my whole downline. And I got a lot of, oh, you're 10s. You're perfect. And I'm just like, you're awesome. I need to keep you around for my ego. But I know it's not true. I know that's the farthest from the truth. And then there are some people that gave me honest feedback. And then if it was a lower number, I'm like, can you tell me why? I want to see, and this is how it's going to help me grow. So I can copy and paste that into the Smash page if you want. And you can ask your downline, whether you have 1 coach below you or 7 coaches below you. It's not a bad time to start this. You can save it for later if you want, in a file or something. But getting that feedback is what's going to make you stronger. And I should have been doing this a while ago. I would have probably been a lot farther if I'd been, what is my team looking for? What does my team need? And you have to make that mind shift, not just of I want this, I'm going to get it, but also when you hit diamond, you can't grow anymore. You have to help your team grow. You have to be there for them. You have to be in front of them, leading the way. You can't be letting your team lead you. Okay, you have to be in the trenches. Like Lindsay and I were qualifying at the same time. Yeah, she was qualifying for 10-star and I'm down here at 2, but it doesn't matter. Qualifying is qualifying. We're just sending each other all these like stressful messages all the time, just like, oh my gosh. But that's what's great about it, is that we can relate to each other and we understand what it's like. And that's what you need to be kind of creating in your own team dynamic is, you don't want your downline being like, well, is she there for me? Does she understand what I'm going through? I mean, Jackie hit 1-star before I did, and that shouldn't matter. And that's what's amazing about this. Her rank or my rank doesn't matter. It isn't based on anybody below you or based on your upline. You can go and reach any goal you want to. Your upline isn't going to hinder you. Your upline isn't going to affect you. So don't think that, oh, my upline's not there yet, so I can't get there. No, work on yourself and go get what you want. period. Don't wait for anybody. Just decide you want it and go get it. Take your calendar, circle the date you're going to go, Star Diamond, and get there. So yeah, that's pretty much all I have.
That's so funny because I just wrote down, I was like, I'm going to ask everyone on the page, on the call, who's committing to hitting this goal. And you're telling them too.
That's all it is. You just have to decide.
And let me tell you, like, when you commit to hit the goal, I want you to know that there's a quote, when you shoot for the moon, you land on the stars. You're shooting for something really high. I shot for 10 Star Diamond last year at this time in August. I pushed to be for 10 Star and it fell apart. And then fourth quarter came and I went to push again and it fell apart. And first quarter came and I went to push again and it fell apart. And I realized I was doing, I had a mindset of, I have a business coach who I have hired to help push me through some stuff, like sort of like personal development, except it's more one-on-one training, and you can like do stuff like this or you can just go through your personal development. But the one thing, we had a talk in the second quarter and I said, yeah, I didn't hit 10 Star because you know, they hold you accountable, right? You give them your goals. And she was like, and why not? And I was like, and she was like, you didn't want it bad enough. She's like, you didn't put a clear focus on it and you didn't want it bad enough. And I was like, yeah, because there was a little bit of like, what if, right? Because y'all may be thinking that too. And I finally like got the guts or the courage. I know you guys are like probably thinking you. I got told I make it look easy. No, I mean, I don't think anything that's worth having is easy. Trying to lose weight or trying to, raise children, there's a challenge to it, right? But we get through it. Whatever the challenge may be, we figure out a way through it. Same thing with this. Like I would hit challenges, and you guys are going to hit challenges. Or, oh, this person canceled, and oh, this person went inactive, or this person was supposed to be my diamond, or, and that's why I always say to consistently stick with those vital behaviors. Always make a goal of adding 5 coaches to your personal team a month. Right. Don't stop. And you guys, when you recruit, you got to think of this like, I think it's selfish to not share this business. I think people are very selfish who are afraid to share this. And y'all can hate me, but I would not have my kids. I would not have my house. I wouldn't have a lot of things taken care of if someone wouldn't have shared this with me. Like, I'm just saying, like, that I cannot imagine if, and I took 8 months to say yes to Beachbody, and that somebody stayed by my side and continued to check in with me and continued to be my friend and continued to post about how she was getting paid and she was at home with her kids and her life was amazing and she's healthy and all these things and she's got this business and she's getting paid and they're going out shopping. And I was like, every Thursday I was seeing this and I was like, yeah, right. And she just consistent. And I was just like, oh my God, like this is legit. And so, like, I will get very emotional talking about what this business has done for us. I mean, we had a goal to retire Hal, but the goal came earlier than planned. And I didn't have to stress, not even 1 ounce of me stressed for a second. It wasn't an issue. We didn't miss any bills or mortgage or whatever. And like, it's crazy to think this mortgage can be paid off in the next so many years versus 30. I mean, that's crazy stuff because this business will compound. And y'all signed up, right? You're on this call because you signed up to do something more than just create a group to help people. You've got to have something within you that wants to do more. And the coolest part about it is you create that by helping others change their life. So I want you guys to I want you to be, change your mindset. I want you to think of some confident, like, I want you to tell yourself every day, I'm an amazing person. I am an amazing coach. I'm a successful business owner. I am a CEO. I'm a great mom. You got to tell yourself that every day because your mind will play games with you. My mind still tries to play games with me. Even during workouts, your mind will play games with you. Like, you can't lift that heavy. No. That hurts. Stop that, right? You got to always tell yourself good stuff. I want you to commit to a date. What's the worst that's going to happen if you miss the date? Right? What's the worst that's going to happen? We're going to hit the date maybe a little later, right?
October 1st.
The difference between, October 1st, the difference between an emerald and a diamond and a star diamond is their mind, is a decision they made. I made the decision, I'm going 10 star, and that's that. And I'm not looking back, I'm going. I don't know when I'm going to get there, but I'm going. And then there it went, it fell right into place. And now we've popped it even higher, which is like, this is so crazy cool. I also want to just kind of give you guys a little bit of technical tip. I would encourage you to get a good 20 personally sponsored coaches in your first business center. Aim to get about 4 to 5 emeralds. That's going to give you a pretty solid diamond. Continue to add, as you grow to 2-star, just some tips for you. And lastly, we have a team business opportunity event tomorrow night. Y'all are welcome to invite your prospects to. If you have people who are like on the fence, who are curious, who you're like, I they would just see whatever. I'll post the link. You can just click join. You can invite them, tell them to check it out. We're going to do prizes and stuff. It'll go for an hour. It's a new thing we're starting. I just put together a template for how you can do it with your team, so they can see you talking. And so October 1st is coming up. It's a great date to aim for your next goal. 2-star, 5-star, diamond. Push for that goal and then push beyond that goal. I remember hitting diamond and thinking, okay. And Ashton and I did it together, kind of like Jackie and Natanya. They did it together and we did it. We didn't know what we were doing. I'm surprised we even placed people right. I mean, we were lost. Like, drill down? What's that? Like, right and left, right? And we were so lost doing this. We were just, I don't know. We didn't know what we were doing. But we did it. And then it was, okay, now I hit this. Now I have to teach people to hit this, right? So that's all it is. And you can do it. So, sorry, I'm going to check if we have questions. Are you guys answering questions?
Sorry, I just kind of try to answer on the side, but.
Yeah, I was going to address.
Are we going to a pool? What?
No, you built a pool with your body.
I'm going to a pool. I'm just going to.
So as far as like getting more business builders, I think that a lot of that has to do with your social media presence and treating your business like it's a real business, kind of faking it until you make it and act like you're a leader through your social media. I learned a really good tip from another top coach in the company, and she said, if somebody goes to your timeline on Facebook, they should know these 4 things about you within one scroll. They should know, number 1, that you are a health and fitness coach. They should know that you run online accountability groups, and they should also know, sorry, my daughter. They should know how your life has changed from being a Beachbody coach. And they should also know that they have the opportunity to do it too. So if you're not sharing those 4 things on a consistent basis, specifically the last 2, where you're talking about your story before and after Beachbody, and that, letting people know that you have a business opportunity that they can join, if you're not doing those things every single day, people aren't going to know. So I think that's really good to just self-evaluate yourself and look at your timeline every single day and say, did I answer at least a couple of those questions every single day on my timeline? Because people will forget about you. And that's the thing about social media. Like, when you become a Beachbody coach, you become so like engulfed in this social media thing, and you forget that everybody else has like a regular life, and they're, at a stoplight reading a Facebook post, or they're laying on their couch watching TV. Like, they're not on Facebook like we are. So they're going to forget about you if you're not consistently putting those jabs out there every single day and then you're jabbing and jabbing and jabbing, and then you put out that right hook that's, join my team, or, I'm looking for people to join a challenge group, then they're just going to forget, and they're going to have no idea. So that's why it's so important to be consistent and to always be self-evaluating yourself on social media. That's what's going to bring business builders in, is talking about the opportunity, talking about your story, how it's changed your life, and talking about just the lifestyle that you're able to have while being a coach. Does that help? Yeah, and Ashley's right. Like, you can't just necessarily focus on what kind of coach they're going to be. Like, any coach can be a good coach for you. You can have people that are discount coaches, and then they decide that they want to build a business. That happens all the time. So just because they come in and say they're a business builder doesn't necessarily mean that they're going to be a business builder. So any coach is a good coach. Anyone that you can inspire, it's a good thing to have them join your team and help them get results and all of that. How do I balance the 80-20? My 80-20 is like, it's more just me talking about my life, and my life is like my family, my faith, and coaching. So pretty much that's what my world revolves around. So I am constantly talking about all of those things all the time, and pretty much everything in my life in some way, shape, or form relates back to coaching, if that makes sense. So almost every time I post, I would say 90% of the time I post, it's going to be something about my family, but then it's also going to relate back to coaching, if that makes sense. And then other times I'll post just other things that don't relate back to coaching, but most of the time it's going to be about coaching.
The thing with Beachbody is it looks sort of kind of like it is consuming your life, but it's actually giving you a life.
Exactly. Yeah.
Exactly. And it's hard to, it should be something you kind of live and breathe, because it's giving you a life that you could never imagine. I still cannot believe the things that have happened with this business that have changed lives. It's unreal. And you just keep at it, and all of a sudden it's you, and you're like, I'm 2-star, I'm elite, and you get to summit, and you don't have to stand in line for the core, and you're like, this is crazy. It's simple stuff. Or, and then you look at your bank account, and you're like, this is crazy. I was only able to put in 3 hours this week, and this is crazy. It all adds up, it all compounds, and really can just, it's hard with a 40-hour-a-week job to, achieve some of these big goals, paying off a credit card or whatever, right? Because you're kind of paycheck to paycheck. Maybe you get a little bit more, maybe you get a little bit less, depending on what you do for a living. Depending on if you need something breaks down or life happens, you know what I mean? It just can do so much. So many things have happened in our world that medical bills from battling infertility, I don't have any anymore, and it wasn't even an issue. My kids had special needs when they were little, and that was tons of therapy. Just lots of things this business can do for your life. And when you start to share about that, simple things hey, all my back to school supplies for the kids, I didn't have to stress about this year. Thank God for this business, or something to that effect, will get moms that are watching you, their mind will start spinning. You didn't have to charge that? Nope, because I've been working on this little side business, and I was able to pay for this, or I was able to create a savings for my kids' sports fund, or for our vacation. If you start to think like that and talk like that, start to read personal development, start to share it on your pages. I think even on a fitness level, you can talk about, if you do the fix, Autumn shares some great stuff, and Sean T and Insanity Max they share great quotes that you guys can, like she said today in the workout I did, if you quit, you're quitting on you. Nobody else but you. And it was one of those things where I was like, she's right. Like, if I decide to stop and quit right now, I'm only quitting myself. I'm not quitting her. I'm not quitting Beachbody. I'm not quitting my team. I'm quitting my personal fitness goals. And it's just one of those things where you can make a post about that with yourself, smiling, and that shows you're serious about this business. So anyways, just give you guys some ideas. Okay. Do you have any other questions? Yeah, I'm going to post the link for the event for tomorrow night. If you guys are like, I'm trying to master social media, a great book is called Jab, 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 Right Hook by Gary Vaynerchuk. I'm actually listening to his book, The Thank You Economy, right now. Awesome book. I'm listening to it on Audible. Is that what it's called? Audible? Website. Yeah, I got one of those. I've signed one coach from my website in all these years. And that was because my name was featured in a magazine. Okay. It looks like we've answered all your questions. So I hope this was helpful. Everyone's got a different journey. My journey was very different as well. You know, I eventually moved to start building Hell. I am sorry I didn't sign him up right away because he actually misses out on volume. So if you're in it for the long haul, go for those family that you love, you know, get them in first. All right. Any other questions? Set the goal, guys. Write it down. Write your goals down. I shared with the Diamonds today. I'm like, oh my gosh, every goal I wrote down has been achieved. I wrote down 90-day goals, and then I have long-term goals and stuff like that. And every single goal that was in the 90 days, I was like, check, 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 check. This is crazy. Write them down. They become real. All right, guys. We hope you have a good night. We went a little bit over. Sorry about that, but this was good stuff. Thank you all for being here and taking time out. Thank you to the girls for participating and helping share. I hope you guys have a great night, and you know where to find us in the team if you have any more questions. This will be recorded, so I'll post it in the team page, and we will see you there. Bye, guys.